Modern Vastu class 5. So today, so before we proceed, I wanted to add a gist of what is the approach. So first is locating entrances. So this we have already seen. Locating main door entrances. So this is the first step. So you have to locate the main door entrance to check whether it is positive or not. The next step is checking for toilet zones. So this is also very important step because see, majority of the Vastu defects are from the toilets. Okay, so one is from the main door, second is from the toilet. Then third is analyze the Vastu zones or zonal strength. So all these 16 zones which we learned, so we have to analyze what is the zonal strength in our building. Okay. So the next step is I think he just joined. Can you admit? Krishna, just check now if you can admit him. Capture activity. Okay, so fourth step is you have to capture the activity as per zone, whether it is a kitchen, whether it is a drawing room. So all these you have to capture. Fifth step is, so let me admit him. Yeah. So capture objects, artifacts, interiors. Interiors could be anything. It could be furniture, curtains, colors of the sheets, bed sheets, everything, even the paint colors. So this is the fifth step. Okay, so once we have all this, then we can easily conclude, okay, this exactly is the problem. And we have to go step by step. So unless we balance the first 1, 2, 3, we cannot straight away go and fix this 4 and 5. It will not work because these are giving maximum influences. So we have to ensure that these are balanced. Then only we need to go to the last step. Because some people know, as I was discussing in the other class, so straight away they will do this space remedy, putting some photos of horses running. So all these are like subconscious programming or space programming. So those will not work until and unless these are all balanced. Okay. So now what we will do is these two we have finished. Okay. Now we will analyze the zonal strength. Okay. So for zonal strength, see in olden days, okay, with a lot of experience, they used to do it. Since we have a lot of tools and softwares, all these available with us, so we will use the bar chart technique. Okay. So let us see how. So I was requesting for some charts from you guys, but I didn't get it. So I had some random chart with me. So
okay, sir.
I will use that and where is that? Yeah, Vastu grid. Okay, so this is a 30 by 40, I think. I don't know the exact size here. Okay, so 50 by 30, 30 by 50 plot, a typical rectangle plot. So this is the boundary, and as you said, no, all the setbacks, they have the setbacks, then everything is planned. So what we have to do is first we will map the entrance. So we have to locate the center. So ideally for locating the center, what we have to do is we have to take the boundary draw the diagonals, and you get a center point. So this is for a rectangular kind of a plot. If the plot is too odd shaped, sometimes you get L-shaped plots, W-shaped plots. So in that scenario, what you have to do is when you're getting the plan gridding through the AutoCAD, no? So you can try to locate the center of gravity of the lamina. Lamina means the surface area, right? So what he does is there is an option in AutoCAD where it can locate the CG, and that CG point will become your center point of the grid, the Shakti Chakra, Vastu Chakra. So for this, we have fixed the grid. So here it is the main entrance is east facing. But if you look at the exact direction of the door, it is NE, northeast. Northeast also, no? E1. So majority it is falling in E1. Okay, not in 8. So he will be getting the effects of E1 in this particular house. Okay. So once this is done, so we will locate the toilet position locations. So we have one toilet here. Even in toilet, what you have to map is the seat, the toilet seat, because this is what is connected to the urban sewage system, right? So this is directly connected to the sewage system. So this is the point of negative energy, because it's connected to a lengthy line, and it will backfire, no? The whether it is order or whatever, it backfires, and this area will be a negative zone. Okay, so this is falling in N4. I think there is a typo here. S4, S5, S6, S7. So this is falling in S7. Okay, this S7 is fine because it is south of southwest. Then we have, I think in this floor, there is only one toilet. Okay, there is a second toilet here. This is the seat. This is falling in west northwest W7. This is also a perfect zone for toilet, west of northwest. So earlier, actually, it was somewhere this side. So I just suggested him to flip it. So based on that, that location, they have changed. So this is, then we have mapped the toilet. So next what we do is we have to map the zonal strength. So basically the zonal strength is the area of the, we can say carpet area or the super built up area. So we are splitting it into 16 zones. So ideally what we can do is I have taken the boundary along with the map. So this boundary we are splitting into 16 parts. So when I split this is how it is. Okay. So it is split like this. So now each zone, we have to calculate the area. So for calculating area, there are 2-3 options. If you are doing it manually, you can print it 1:1 on a paper. So you can measure these areas, the length, and calculate the area. Second is if you're getting it done through a draftsman, so he can extract the values for you for each of the zones. And there are some online tools also available. I think there is one I forgot the name, Geograph or something, which is actually a tool for measuring the polygon area. So maybe I'll give the link in the next class, because I generally use this tool now because I use it for my work also. So I'm comfortable, but there are tools for that. So you have to map the area of each zones. Okay. So once you have the area, you have to capture it into a Excel sheet. So let me shift to the Excel sheet. Okay, so now we have the zones, north, northeast, northeast. So all the zones and the respective areas. So if you say north, so here, which is the north, this is the north zone. So ideally, this is the north area. This is the area of the north. So this I've captured it as 44. So then next you can capture north, northeast. So go in a cyclic way so that it is easy. So one by one, you can map this and capture all the values. So once you capture the values, no, so this you can plot it on a bar chart. So these are the zonal strength of each of the zones. So if you observe here, without even getting into detail analysis, in a snapshot, I can say the problems in this house is lack of opportunities. Even money flow also is very less because the zone is very less in zonal strength. Then south, southwest, even fame recognition, even in a job also, no, they will not have much recognition and all that. That issue will be there. North of northwest, they will have problem related to bank. So if they apply for a loan, they might not get it. Some issue related to government, maybe some challans when they are using vehicles, some challans they might get, or some court cases. So all these issues they will have. And also you have to see the upper side also. For example, west northwest is a negative zone and it is very highly charged in terms of the area. No? So that means you will have a lot of issues related to this. Low moods, depression. So some people in the house will have depression issues if this is very high. But whereas west southwest is a good zone. Okay, so students might, the kids might be studying nicely, but it's a study zone. But it is a mix of all this. So how do we say, okay, this is negative, this is positive, or this is okay? So what we have to do is there is an option called, so you have to find out the average. Okay, so if I get into this, so this is called line of balance. Line of balance means we will draw a average of all these values. Okay, how do we do it? So we have 16 values. You add it and divide it by 16. So you get 111. So on this grid, so you mark this 111. Then now you have to find the upper balance area. When you say upper balance, anything below this is fine. That means whatever is crossing above, no? See, all these three are overshooting. So these zones are all problematic. And there is one lower balance of the lower level balance, and anything below this also is a problem. So these zones are problematic. This zone is also problematic. This also to an extent, but we will have to analyze based on symptoms and based on whether it is a positive or a negative zone. For example, SSW is a negative zone. So even if it is less, not a problem. But still SSW, if it is too less, no, it can give health issues like constipation issues. It can give for inhabitants, no, it could give that kind of an issue. So again, we'll have to always, I cannot just like they say, okay, we have to map it with the symptoms. And also what Pushdeep Bansalji advises, no, unless otherwise you have problems, don't get into analyzing Vastu. See, just like how you have fever, you go to doctor, right? Like that, only if you have problems, get into it. Otherwise, don't venture. Because once you grid, no, even if you don't have problem, this will be running in your mind. Okay, my north zone is weak, I will not get opportunities. So people will take it too emotional and they'll connect it. Uh, they'll be negatively thinking about it. Okay. So how do we calculate upper balance? So upper balance is nothing but the center point of the average and the highest point. So you take this and divide it by 2, you get this balance. So you take this point and the lower point and divide it by 2, you get this point. So that I have calculated it here. So this will be 153, this is 78. So you can mark it accordingly. And now you have this zones. So now it is very easy for you to tackle. So even if you have not visited the flat, say I have not visited this place, but with the plan itself, I will say, okay, so these areas are the ones you have to take care. So how to balance? If at all it is a existing flat, then how do we balance it? How do you reduce the energy of this? So all this we will deal it in the remedies class. But this is the approach. So all the zonal strength. So it is more systematic and easy for measuring, right? Otherwise, it's very difficult because when you go and visit the house, no, you don't know the markings where exactly this west north is going, where it is falling. So all this, with this approach, it is little easier. Okay. So going one step ahead from this. So what we can do is, so we have mapped all the zones and we have figured out which are the negative zones and positive zones. So if you want to, at a macro level, say in this house, which element is imbalanced. Okay. So now we have, sorry. So we have these zones. I think in the previous class we studied, right? Each zones is related to a particular element. So we map it according to the element. So we take the values and this you plot it on a pie chart. So if you look at the pie chart, the same thing, I've just plotted it here, brought it into this. So if you look at space element is excess and fire element is weak. So fire element is weak, then you will have issues with cash liquidity, digestion issues will be there with respect to health. So all these effects will be there. But this is at a very macro level because we are considering only 5 parameters. But when it comes to zonal strength, we are considering 16 parameters and it is much more accurate in terms of prediction. But this also sometimes helps because if they directly say if space is excess. So if space is excess, they might have health related issues, any thyroid issues or anything related to communication. So they might have issues like over stubbornness. So those kind of issues they might face. So like that, with this, just with the area and elements. So this also we can use for analysis at a macro level. Okay, so this is one example. Maybe if somebody is, I don't know, like many people are not attending. So if you have your own house, this thing, no plan, you share it with me. Maybe next class we will try to map the zonal strength and try to just match some symptoms. See, always it is good to have a live, what do you call, live demo or a live case study than me showing some other random case study and okay. Maybe I think Krishna, you have, right? If you have, maybe you can share. So maybe next class I will try to
Okay.
map it and let you know.
Sir, I have seen one plan, okay,
Mhm.
wherein in Compass you have just shown that Vastu grid. No, sir, just open the,
Okay, in the plan, huh? In the plan. Okay.
yeah, this one.
One minute.
Yeah,
Oh, this one you're saying or the plan?
No, plan with grid. Yeah, here.
So this is a plan. This is a
Second
Vastu
one,
compass.
correct, sir. You just minimize, sir, minimize.
So this
This
is north.
plan only.
This is north.
This one. The other one, sir, over here after the compass.
Okay.
The
After
plan with the
this,
compass. The plan with
this
the
one.
compass. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I have
Okay.
seen one plan, sir. Okay, because my friend is some this one. What is that? Structural engineer. Okay, I have
Okay.
seen one plan with him.
Okay.
And he told that they have consulted some astrologer, I mean, the Vastu consultant from North Delhi. Okay. Wherein what he suggested, what the plan was. Okay. It is, see, this is east facing. You have put the this one here in northeast.
Okay.
Correct, na?
Yes.
Okay. Same
Correct.
east
Yes.
facing. What he has done, na? Okay. You'll enter from somewhere here, sir. Okay, or you know, in not
E4?
no, not E4. I'll tell you, sir. In northwest, he'll come, sir. From northwest,
Northwest.
he'll
Northwest.
come like this. He'll come
Okay.
like this. Lift, he'll come like this. Then he'll come just like this. Can you
Okay.
see my mouse, sir? No, na?
No, maybe you will have to share. I'll stop sharing. So you can share your window. You can share your window.
Yeah. But I need to see you have this one also, no, sir.
No, this I can from your plan, no, I can make out. If you
No,
can
I don't have
share.
plan actually.
Okay, you don't have a plan, is it? Okay. If there is a
Okay, I'll
plan,
just
then
try
it
to
is.
explain, sir. See, we are entering from the northeast, no, sir. Okay.
Okay.
But
I'll go back to the same page.
yeah.
Okay.
We
We
are
are
entering the
entering
house
from the
from the
northeast.
northeast. Okay, here
Okay.
in the CG point, he has made the entrance as Brahma entrance. It seems this is
Brahmastan entrance. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
How far that is correct, sir?
See, actually, what in the classical times, what they did was they told Brahmastan keep it open. The roof, no. If you would have seen so many old houses, no, what they do is they keep the Brahmastan open like a courtyard and they build around it. All around they build, right? You remember? Okay. So generally, the idea is you should not be keeping it open. It should be covered. And see, the energy flow is from 4 directions. One is cosmic energy from northeast. Okay, we will assume this is north, south, east, west. From northeast, cosmic energy. From here, magnetic energy. From east, sun energy is the light or sun or pranic energy, whatever it is coming from the east direction. And from the Brahmastan, the earth energies are flowing outward. From the earth, it flows upward. Okay. So now 4 energies are mixing. So if you have an open courtyard, then that energy is not being contained inside the house. No, even these energies also are, it's not, you are unable to block it. Okay. That's why, as per the modern Vastu case studies, what they've observed is whichever houses or kingdom or kings had this open courtyard, they all were not prospering. They couldn't prosper, it seems.
Okay.
So
see, here this main door he has put here.
Where, which zone?
See, this main door is there. No, in CG point only, directly.
Okay. So then from where is the entrance? You are saying
so he'll come here, sir. This up is there, no, sir. Up lift, like that.
Okay.
He'll come,
Okay.
Total he has given blank.
Okay. This full area is open. It's an open area.
Open. Okay. Then here, see, from here.
So here he has made the door. Here he has made the door.
Main door he has made.
Okay, understood. Okay, so just now I think we discussed, even before the class also. See, always the space. See, it is very intelligent. We can try to fool them, but when you say there is a confined space, the center of gravity is always keeping shifting. Like if you are cutting it here, it will shift further. The CG will shift there. Okay. So if I make an odd shape, for example, I make it like this. Okay. So now where will be, he will say, okay, this is the center. I will make the door here. But ideally, even if he makes it here, CG will be somewhere here. The CG point, it will be somewhere in this position. It will still fall as per the grid lines only. So many times we will think we are very smart and we try to become over smart, but the planets are so advanced that they will, they are one step ahead always. Because in my Astro Vastu, I was just learning, and the teacher was saying that he's a very famous guy. So he was constructing his house. So during the painting, from his chart, there is a technique called hit theory. Hit theory means one particular zone. If there is that color, it will give him some problems. It could be health problem, money problem. It could be anything. So he said this particular wall, yellow color is bad for me. So he had specifically told the contractor, okay, this wall, you should not put yellow color, that color, because maybe he has used the same color somewhere else. And he had gone out, and next day he comes and sees somebody has already painted yellow color and kept it there. That means the planets are much ahead of you. It comes and sits there. Similarly, see, many people time the birth, right? They say they go to the astrologer, Caesarean time and all they take, and they try to time the birth, right? So even there, it is all karmic only. So that time what they get also is karmically connected, and you can never time things. It is all as per nature only it functions. So like that, maybe you can share that if you have the plan with you. Then I will check and let you know which exact zone that entrance is. See what happens, why entrance is important, no? Like maybe his idea might be different. He might have thought, okay, I'll put it here so that I get 3 zones. See, like here I told you, he is getting only 1 zone. Which zone? E1. So if he makes his entrance so big that he gets E4, E5, that means more positivity, no? If he gets E3, E4, E5, so all 3 positive zones he can get if he is having a big entrance here like this.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that's why in olden days they used to say, no, main door you keep very big. We keep 5 feet, 4.5 feet, 6 feet. So now what happens? You are getting the effects of 3 zones, E3, E4, E5, more positivity. But nowadays we make only 2.5 feet, 3 feet doors. So all you can fit is like this, 1 zone. So this is ideally 1 zone, E1. So only E1 is fit here. So he gets the entrance effects of only E1. So this guy I had suggested to shift it to, I think, E2 or E3. I don't recollect. But here he is getting only this one entrance effects.
Okay.
So at the same time, no, this
Sir, to look like this plan is as per the normal Vastu, sir. This is fitting in actually. Northeast entrance, east facing puja room, and southeast this one. Okay.
but it is
Southwest
fitting.
bathroom.
But
Okay.
in the last class, what we studied, no, you just see the entrance effects of E1 and N8. It is a very negative entrance actually. Okay, N8 is still fine. E1 is very negative. In the last class, we had studied that.
Okay.
We can recollect. What was it? E8, right? And E8 or E1. Is it E1 or E8?
E1,
right?
E1.
Causes fire accidents, unexpected losses. But on the other hand, N8 is okay. It gives a higher bank balance. But what this person has done is, assuming that it's a northeast. See, northeast, why they say good is this N8 is good, but E1 is not good in northeast. But here he has managed a E1 entrance. I had suggested him to shift it to N8. I don't know whether they're done or not, because see, once they come to us, we see, this is my proposed this one. This is the existing. I propose to shift it here to N8. Okay. I don't know if he has done or not, but it is my duty to tell them, you put it here, it will give you a positive effects. But many times, no, there are constraints. He goes to architect. Architect will say, sir, who told you? So it's all. So they will put their own thought. They will tell something and they will misguide, or they don't want to modify something. So they will finally, as per their karma, they might end up with this sentence only. So we cannot help. So this is a typical case study of entrance where E1 got shifted to N8. I shifted to N8
but
because
as
of
per
that.
as per you, do you think in 30-40 we can manage all zones balances?
Yeah, yes, you can see what happens now. When you say all the zones, I was saying, no, the entrance effects are the major result.
Entrance effect and toilet zones, if you match everything,
almost 60%, 70%, they cover it. Okay. This is out of your 30%, your karmic, I'm saying, from your chart or from your horoscope, only 30% or 40% is working, right? Vastu is working, right? In that 40%, only 60% of that 40% only you are getting these effects.
Okay.
Further, you have so many other things. Okay. The activity, especially whether it is a kitchen or it's a utility area or it's a drawing room like a TV room or a sleeping area, study room. So many other activity things are there. Okay. So, but then the importance is lesser and lesser. But generally, what we do is in Astro Vastu, we map it to the dashas. So what dasha you are running? So most likely, if there is this heat theory, we check, and if there is a planetary hit on that particular zone, because all these zones are mapped in Rashis also, like the horoscope, no? Like how you have 16 zones, these are mapped to 12 Rashis. So which Rashi has a negative hit, we try to balance that. So that also, this works only during the dasha. For example, now it is June. From June 2025 for Nagaraj sir, maybe another 6 months is a bad time. So that 6 months we have to manage that zone.
Okay.
Once you manage that, then that passes away and it gets neutralized. So after that, even if that imbalance is there in that zone, it might not affect you.
Okay.
Maybe somebody else in your house, if they are also carrying a similar planetary combination to that particular Rashi, and if it is there, then it might give them some other effects. So that we will have to study case by case. So that is why I'm saying, no, Vastu cannot be so universal. It has to be customized for each person.
Okay.
So then once we have this entrance mapped, toilet zones checked. See, all these whatever toilet zone we are talking now, sometimes it might not give a problem at all. Only thing is we are doing a precautionary, remedy or precautionary. We say, no, in medical also, precaution is better than medicine, they say, no. So like that. So we are just taking a precautionary step so that in future, if this particular zone has a hit in its chart, or some planetary transits are running through this Rashis, it should not affect him. So that's why we are just taking that precaution. That's it.
Okay.
Also, these entrances, see, this is as per the general principles of Vastu, but what they say is always the door entrances, no, it has to be as per your fourth lord, the horoscope. Fourth lord is there, no? So that fourth lord direction or the
Okay.
fourth lord Rashi, that Rashi is the lucky Rashi for you. Because fourth house is a bhavana or a vastu or a house for you as per your horoscope. Or if you want luck, you can keep based on ninth house lord, like that. So there are different aspects. So it is all customizable according to your needs, according to the situation, according to a lot of factors. It is
So
not.
which Rashis are connected with the direction, sir? Can you
Yeah,
just...
that we will have one day. We will have I will in one of these sessions, no, later on.
Okay.
So we will put that. So two, three things I will add because it's not part of Vastu. It's a part of Astro Vastu. So directions, which direction, which planet is there, and which Rashi is connected to which zone. So that we will have one short class.
Okay.
Okay. So now in this class, so the main focus was on zonal mapping the zonal strength and finding the problem. So just with bar chart, no, you will be able to, at a macro level, you will be able to say, okay, these are the problems in the house, in your Vastu. Again, it is all at, it might be there, it might not be there, as I said, no?
Okay.
So then from this, a generic macro level analysis also can be done. Okay, so next what we'll do is, now the zonal strength we have done, right? Then activity and objects we will try to cover in the next class. Then after that, I think one or two more sessions are there. Then after that, remedies require at least three to four classes. So now we are in fifth class, right? Sixth class, I think one class we will finish all this, capturing activities and how to map the objects. Because objects, know what has happened is there are rules, but for mapping each objects, whether it is falling under this element or a water element or a fire element, so we need to add a lot of thumb rules and basic understanding, no? So that we will try to add here. So then we will go to the remedial part.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so remedial only is major. We need at least 4 classes. So one for this, because there are different types of remedies. So minimum 4 classes are needed. So now we're at 5. So ideally 10 classes, maybe if required 1 or 2 more extra we can have.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so any other doubts if you have, you can. So let me stop sharing. So any doubts related to today's class? I think last class also I couldn't upload because it's got split into 2 videos. Now I have to combine it into one, and I think some part I have to trim, and I didn't get time. Maybe I'll upload it this weekend. This 4th class and 5th class. Any doubts, Krishna? Maybe if you can share your plan, no? Maybe next class or the next to next class, so whenever it is feasible, we can just do a check.
Yeah, sure. I'll share the plan.
So any other doubts? We can, otherwise we can.
No doubt, sir.
No doubts, right?
Yeah.
No doubts.
Okay, then let me stop the recording. If you have some other discussion, we can